What do you think Kenny Atkinson wants to see more of from Evan Mobley as we move forward?
I think what everybody wants to see Evan Mobley do more of. Get to the rim, right? Like you are a player that, sure, you worked tirelessly this offseason on your 3 point game, on your mid range game, on your handles to get to where you want to go on the floor. But you also have to rely on what has gotten to you to this point thus far. You have to get to the rim. You have to get 9 feet into the basket rather than taking these 15-foot pull up, turnaround jumpers that aren't necessarily in your efficiency range to start the year. And that's okay. But the understanding is this team is going to rely on Evan Mobley heavily when it comes to offensive creation, offensive construction, and whether that means needing to start him with the ball at the elbow or at the free throw line or in the dunker spot, maybe that's the change that needs to be made rather than making him go through more work when it comes to bringing the ball up and starting the offense from the top of the key. That's kind of what I've been seeing lately is that Evan Mobley is not taking efficient shots. And although these could be shots that develop later into the season because they're in-game reps, I think those are important. But right now, if things aren't working, sometimes you got to go back to old reliable.
Yeah, the other thing I would say is that I've heard a narrative that he needs to take more threes. I'd like to see him make some threes, but I just want him to get the ball and be aggressive. I don't think he doesn't need to be a 3-and-D guy. He's got the D. He needs to be a weapon. He needs to get the ball in his hands and make something happen.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And obviously, we know that he's going to take threes. He took 8 last night. He was 2 of 8 from deep last night. I think that's a good indication of the volume and the confidence that he has in that shot. That's good. We want to see that. But everybody knows if your 3 point shot isn't working and you have the capability to score at 3 levels, how about you try the other two? Right. And I think this is a guy that has continuously worked on his game and has prided himself on that. And it's okay for Kenny Atkinson to have these early growing pains and Evan Mobley to have these early stints of failure, but it's for the long-term success of this team. And you mentioned it, getting into the basket, being aggressive, being able to get into the bodies of defenders. But I also think you have to realize the handling part of it has helped him when it
Mm.
comes to getting into the painted area. Victor Wembanyama's banging in the guys. Evan Mobley, you're not there yet. So maybe you need to find a way where you can be most successful going to the game, going to the parts of your game that are most successful.
Yeah, relative to threes, shoot threes well enough that the defender comes out on you, because then
Exactly.
you get him moving out, you've got the advantage because you're quick enough and his handle is good enough.